Welcome back to Too Much Future about the Fallout games. I thought it was going to be a one-stop shop, but I don't think this one is.
No.
It's a multi-stop shop. If we're talking about the Fallout games, we have played through Fallout 1, Fallout 2, Fallout 3, Fallout New Vegas, and now Fallout 4. I'm Cameron, and with me, as always, is Michael.
Hi.
Michael, we are getting ready for the end of the game.
That's right.
And because of that, you have to summarize what has occurred in the game so far.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Tell us about Itty Bitty Babyson.
okay. Game starts. War hasn't happened yet. Real big departure for the Fallout series. You are some person who lives before the war. You go into a vault with your spouse and your new itty bitty babyson. You are frozen in the vault for years. At some point, you wake up and you see your spouse get shot. Some people steal your baby, and you fall back asleep for a little bit because it's not that pressing to you, I guess. And you wake up later, and then you go outside, and you're like, hey, where's my baby? And everyone is like, I don't know, but there's these robots running around, and they're causing us all sorts of problems. And you're like, okay, what do the robots look like? And they're like, well, you see, that's the damn thing, is they look like people. And you're like, all right. And you start looking into that, and what do you know? There are robots that look like people, and you find the people who are making the robots that look like people, as well as people who don't want the people to make the robots that look like people, and people who want to free the robots that look like people from the people making them. And before you know it, there's just people everywhere, and it's really a rowdy time, quite confusing. And then in 2020, it is announced that Amazon Prime is producing a Fallout TV series. Before you know, it's all happening.
Oh yeah, wait. Let's talk about that a little bit.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you want to talk about that for? I know we got to get to the end of the game.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
Yeah, let's go ahead and let's talk about. Have you? Because we haven't really brought that up yet. And it's been announced. Do you have I don't know, like an opinion or thoughts? Do you know anything about it?
I know a bit about it. I know that it was announced in 2020, and that's like the big thing that everyone really knows. I guess the other big thing is that Walton Goggins is in it, and Jonathan Nolan is directing the first episode and is possibly an executive producer. I don't remember his precise credit, but that's a big deal.
Christopher Nolan's brother, I think, is his official credit.
Yes, yeah, I think that is true. So, yeah, that's kind of the big name attached on the production side, I think. There are other people there, obviously, too. Let me see, double check, because there's two people who are responsible. He's one, and the other is a woman. Well, obviously, I did not pull that up. But anyhow, we'll get to it. The other things, then, that we know is that there is going to be a gas station in it. And then there is a picture of a vault that was released. And Walton Goggins may or may not be playing a ghoul. Everyone is saying that Walton Goggins is playing a ghoul because he posted on Instagram him like standing on set outside I don't know if it was a trailer or something. I think it was a trailer, like a makeup trailer with the sign that said ghoul on it.
Okay.
So everyone's
All right.
kind of been like, Walton Goggins is playing a ghoul, even though that has not in fact been confirmed.
Hey, y'all, smooth skin.
Right?
Raylan.
Kyle
Hold on, wait,
MacLachlan
I'm trying to
is
get
in
my
it.
Goggin on. Hold on, give me a second.
Okay.
I gotta go up like Raylan. No, that's
Yes.
it's, I don't have the thing, but we dug coal together, smooth skin. One of those.
Yes. Oh my god. Yeah, it's really interesting how I expect actually probably some sort of teaser trailer or drop to drop within the next like couple weeks, because the other thing that is maybe known is that filming has either wrapped or it is very close to wrapped, because, God bless him, Walton Goggins told everyone through his Instagram like last week, as of us recording this, that he was done on set, and it's suggested that he's he's got a name to him. Like, people love him. If you're listening to this and you didn't know anything we were just talking about, Walton Goggins is a actor who played a character named Boyd on the TV series Justified, one of the leads.
Which
in
will
that series.
eventually get a range touch show. It seems inevitable.
Yeah, probably.
Maybe just some guys, you know? And that's our Justified show.
Right.
It just seems inevitable that eventually, along with Twin Peaks, Justified will get its own, Rage Touch dedicated program.
Right. No, I think that's probably, yes, that's really necessary, because I think Justified is like literally the Venn diagram of you and me, right? In Kentucky, right? Like like my domain and your domain overlap, and in that overlap takes place Justified.
That's true. I think that's right.
So he was kind of the first big name attached, but another person who was apparently playing one of the leads, I don't know. I think her casting was announced at the same time as Ella Purnell. She's an actress who's been on Yellow Jackets, actually, which I talked about over on the Homestuck show. No details about her character, but I mentioned this very quickly earlier. Kyle MacLachlan is also in this in some capacity. Nope.
Agent Cooper. Now, what do you think you're doing here, Agent Cooper? One of the. I'm getting close.
Yeah,
I'm getting better as I'm going.
Yeah, you are. You're getting pretty good at it.
He's got to be the overseer, right?
Oh, I assume he's got to turn out to be an overseer or some shady government, post-government kind of thing. Like that's what you pull in Kyle MacLachlan for, right?
Or he's the Vault Tech, spokesperson.
Oh, he would be good at that.
Right.
Yeah.
What else do we know about it? Is that it?
Well, I wanted to double check. Yeah, Lisa Joy is the name of the other. I guess developed by is what what Wikipedia is saying. And what was she was on Pushing Daisies, which I think is interesting. She's worked on Pushing Daisies and Burn Notice.
Oh
yeah,
that's a good show. Burn Notice.
No, I think that's really. I don't know what she did on either of those, but I feel like that's a really interesting combination. Like I can look at Pushing Daisies up against Burn Notice, and I can be like, oh, I can project a fallout from this.
Right. Right. Of course. It seems like it's going to be a campy, wild ride.
I mean, we'll see. It's everything that has been released about the plot basically says that it is. They have emphasized that it's the aftermath of the nuclear war. And it's a alternate history 1950s, and that's kind of what they've said. Do you want to look at some production stills? Have you seen these yet?
I haven't seen these, but I do know war never changes, Raylan. Send me some stills. Let's see them.
So
I'll put them in the video.
Okay. I think this should just be like a little gallery. So this appears to be
that's a vault.
Yeah, this is a vault. Looks
There's
like
a red rocket.
Yep.
We got a backlit vault person. That's it.
Vault 33. Yep, that's basically it. So Todd Howard on a podcast? Yes.
Well, he is the person who says you can go there. So you probably gave them permission to make this, right?
Yeah, I think
they
so.
They said, do you think we could go there with this kind of content? And Todd said, you can go there.
On a podcast speaking to someone named Lex Fridman, Bethesda director, I'm quoting from a story on IGN here, Bethesda director and executive producer of the Fallout TV series, Todd Howard, said he'd been turned off by previous adaptation offers that only wanted to transfer the story of Fallout 3 or 4 into a film. When the idea was proposed to tell a new story adjacent to the events of the games, however, Howard got on board. I want to sidebar here. I think it's interesting to say that and then also have these production stills that look straight up like they're just making a TV series out of Fallout 4.
Well, I will say that I don't know of a project that might be less well advised than making a TV show out of Fallout 4. I can't think of a thing that might be less good.
It would be it would be fascinating to start the wider population's introduction to Fallout there. That's what I will say.
It would be something. With that mutant following you around, what's his name? Meat? Strong?
Sure, yeah. Strong was the one who was following me, yeah.
Yeah, Skrunk. That guy.
So anyway, Howard says on the podcast, when people wanted to make a movie, they wanted to tell the story of Fallout 3 or tell the story of Fallout 4, and it was meh. For this, it was, hey, let's do something that exists within the world of Fallout. It's not retelling a game story. It's basically an area of the map. Let's tell a story here that fits in the world that we have built, doesn't break any of the rules, can reference things in the games, but isn't a retelling of the games. So he goes on and says, it exists in the same world but has its own unique thing, so it adds to it. So people who haven't played the games, who can't experience how crazy cool Fallout is, can watch the series.
That's fascinating. Yeah. It is really interesting that Todd Howard is straight up coming out and saying the same thing that they said about The Last of Us, which is like, hey, look, here's just all the stuff you care about. And notably, right, people, for the most part, I don't think care about the story of these games. I mean, obviously, it's a thing that drags you along, and like there's interesting parts. We've talked about those things, right? But like all feedback we've received about the show from Fallout 3 onward has been, this is a platform for me doing stuff in this world that I enjoy running around in, right? Like, and so in some ways, it's like, why would you ever? Like the thing that, like,
Right.
the journey of Papa Neeson is not the reason people are here, right?
Right.
Like, it's some other thing. So,
I mean, I even feel like the kind of like generational arguments that we've talked about extensively on this show, between like Fallout like 1 and 2, and then the gap in Fallout 3, and sort of the like what was original Fallout, where did Fallout go? That was almost never about the stories, right? It's always about the setting and about the world, and kind of like what is the world, like what is the point of the world from like a fiction writing perspective, and then like what are the things that you expect to happen in the world. So
I'm always wandering around saying, what is the world?
I'm just going to go ahead and read the names of a bunch of characters who are listed on IMDb, because it is really funny.
Can I take a swing at some?
Okay.
Grognak.
No, unfortunately.
Jeez. Well, maybe I'm jumping ahead, too, in content.
So I'm just going to read. This is all actors who are listed in the casting who have character names. Zombie. That's where we start. Played by someone named Mezzy Atwood, and 10 episodes. Everyone else is like less than that. So currently, Zombie is credited for 10 episodes.
Cool.
Yep.
That one zombie?
I don't know. I actually suspect Zombie might be like the character's name, right? I suspect this is like a raider, and that's like the nickname. Norm.
Okay.
Okay.
Cool.
Maximus.
Okay, cool. Great.
Chet.
Okay.
Davey. Reg.
Okay.
Steph.
Okay. Yeah.
Power Armor number 5.
Oh.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is Power Armor number 5. Bump, 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 ba-dum.
We got Dance, and the other one, and the other one, and more, and more, and more, and the other one, and also them.
Then we have Birdie, Sheriff Rex, Dr. Edmondson, Dervin, Traitor, Pregnant Lady, Huey, Mr. Spencer, Farmer. All these famous Fallout characters.
I hope these are all fake.
Wife. I hope.
Wife.
Yep. And this is one that's really, really something. Robert House. Nurse Powell. Colonel. Weatherman Navarro. Tommy. Julia Masters. Fiend Raider. Female Server. Raider Leader. Young Rose McLean. Angry Ear. Birthday Boy Roy.
Now this is some Fallout shit. All right.
Birthday Boy Roy is like, that's a good Fallout.
Give me a little Birthday Boy Roy.
Elderly Speaker.
Yep.
Another Traitor.
Of course there's going to be some village speaker. You can't do it without that.
And then these 3 people are uncredited, and yet here they are in the credits on IMDb. Cemetery Redneck, Alpha Leader, and Fiend Raider.
Okay.
That's it. That's the whole cast list with named characters up to this point.
Well, those name characters I don't have on my, a while back, like years ago.
Mm-hmm.
We did a little speculation. I know we got to get to the end of the game. Well, we'll get there, I promise.
Uh-huh.
We'll get to, but I want to talk about this. Like years ago, like at the end of Fallout 2, we made bingo cards
Yeah.
about what we thought would happen in the Fallout TV show. And I guess maybe this is a good time to share those. Every episode before the episode, I say, Michael, is this a good time to share these? And you say no.
Mm-hmm. I'm been
But
pretty
I think we have
hardcore
time now. I think it's like appropriate to do it.
Yeah, I think so. So you want to go first? You want to share your bingo card?
Yeah. Let me because you haven't seen mine.
No.
We don't show our bingo cards. So we made a bingo card, and these bingo cards are for, when the show comes out at the end of the first season, you got to check your bingo card to determine what happened, and we'll be able to see who wins. And we encourage you to make your own bingo cards and share them with others. But this is mine. You haven't seen it yet. Mm-hmm. Here you go, and I'll read it.
Mm-hmm.
These are bingo spaces. Mm-hmm. There's, of course, the free space.
Mm-hmm.
Nuka-Cola.
Okay, yeah.
That's its own thing.
Mm-hmm.
Trade caravan episode.
Mm-hmm.
Like breakout episode just about a trade caravan.
Okay.
The song Don't Fear the Reaper.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, which is going to be, I
Done.
just feel like it's a...
Oh, God. They're going to do that? They're going to do, like, the postmodern jukebox thing. They're going to, like, re-record it as a 50s song.
Yeah, any Don't Fear the Reaper version will count. Dad Feelings is its own space.
Uh-huh.
Twinkie-like food object.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I've got English robot.
Okay.
I've got Vault informational documentary video. I have peasants. I have people who worship nuclear fallout, and I also have, this is very specific, but I feel very strongly that it will appear in the show, mole rat jump scare. Very specifically. I've got acoustic guitar. I've got campfire scene. I've got Enclave, but without the politics. So they're just the Enclave, but they don't they're not eugenicists or nothing, because they can't figure that out on television. I've got the guy who the Vault Boy is based on. Mm-hmm. So some sort of corporate fella.
Yeah.
I've got Ghoul with a hat.
Uh-huh.
I've got robot who hates people.
Okay.
And I also have person who hates robots.
Uh-huh.
Those are two separate squares.
Right.
I've got 1990s music, needle drop.
Mm-hmm.
So some music from the 90s. I almost thought this one should be the free square, but I didn't do it, which is just dog.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Power armor is also its own. I've got an Einstein quotation.
Okay.
Raider with ironic weapon or armor.
Mm-hmm.
Ron Perlman cameo.
Mm-hmm.
And this is a very specific time-based one. Deathclaw in the first 2 episodes.
Okay.
There you go. That is my bingo card for what I believe will be in the Fallout television show first season.
All right. So time for me to share mine then. And
What do you think about Mole Rat Jump Scare? You think that's going to happen?
Absolutely. I think that's probably good. I'm actually angry that I didn't come up with some of these. Super angry, like fuming. Like mole rat jump scare is like, oh yeah, that's what they'll do.
I'm hoping so. If not, I'm gonna. But anyway, you can feel free to play my card, or you can play Michael's card, which is you got to send it to me.
Yep, I'm sending it right now.
Oh, I see it. Oh, okay.
Yeah. So obviously, I also have the free space, but I'll go reading through this. Enclave involved in main plot. Right, that's one bet here. Is like I think the main overarching plot is going to be about the Enclave in some way.
Yeah.
Missing family member is an inciting incident.
Mm-hmm.
The Vault Boy is real, and he's the Baby Yoda.
Like it's a little like Baby Yoda sized guy with a little bobblehead.
Yeah, like he's like a little like puppet, and he's like, they created me in a lab before the war.
I hate that.
I think
I mean that's
going
to be inspired if it happens.
I'm manifesting.
All right, sure. I mean, I bet they're still working on it.
Yeah. There's going to be some sort of joke about whatever is going on in like the American Southwest. There's going to be something that's going to be like, oh yeah, those other like that all that whole region where the first 2 games happened that we're pretending don't exist anymore. There's going to be something about that.
Okay.
I am betting an older man, younger woman leading duo, non-romantic. I think they're going to try to Last of Us this thing. Apropos of your earlier comments, I think they're going to try to pitch this as some sort of like compliment or like comparable thing to it.
I think that's a bad idea, but I think that the likelihood of that is high.
Yeah.
I also think it's likely that they run into this is my flip scenario.
Mm-hmm.
They run into a The Last of Us pair, and those people die in a comical way.
That's good.
Right.
There's going to be a vault where a good idea goes too far.
Right.
There is going to be a parallel plot line set in a pre-war world that is revealed to be a Tranquility Lane scenario. Like, it's going to be like, oh, it turns out these people are like... You think this is like the pre-war, but actually these are people who are stuck in like the little virtual reality pods.
Ooh, and then like they rescue them mid-season.
Yes, right.
That'd be good.
Mm-hmm. I think there's going to be a Choice Town story arc.
Yeah.
Right.
Almost certainly.
The Brotherhood of Steel are going to be present as the, quote unquote, good guys with dubious methods. Like, that's going to be, they're going to be there, and that's going to be their deal. Mm-hmm. Timothy Oliphant cameo as a super mutant. Hoping for it.
Sure.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
There's going to be a raider with a heart of gold.
Some sort of goblin without the soul of a goblin.
Right, exactly. Mm-hmm. There's going to be something about tensions in an open vault that cause strife. Mm-hmm. Walton Goggins is going to sing. Just, I don't know. At some point in this show, he is going to sing. Right. Cannibals. There's going to be cannibals at some point.
Yes. Mm-hmm. I cannot believe I missed that. But yes, there will definitely be cannibals.
Someone on our side was working with the enemy.
With the cannibals, right. I bet that's a free one in one episode, those two together.
Mm-hmm. War Never Changes is going to be said constantly, like, I have a bad feeling about this in Star Wars. They're just going to, like, totally kill that.
Right.
Can a man overcome his past to feel again?
Someone's seen The Last of Us, I'll tell you that.
Mm-hmm. This is a big called shot. It's going to be set in the Midwest.
Like which part? Like Missouri?
I don't know. Just somewhere like when Howard was talking about how it's like, oh, it's a story we haven't told before. It's the area on the map. I'm like, it's going to be something that they have no interest in touching in the games. They're going to like set it in Chicagoland or something.
Oh, right. Could have been Florida.
Yeah, I guess.
Alaska.
That would be interesting, actually.
It would, sure.
Yeah.
Mutant grizzly bears and whatnot.
Mm-hmm. There's going to be a sassy robot.
Yeah. I feel like this is my English robot.
Yes. No, exactly. I think the Institute is going to be alluded to or hinted at. So people will be like, oh my God, do you think in the second season they're going to bring in the Institute? Mm-hmm. Slavery of a vaguely defined nature. Mm-hmm. I think the ghouls aren't going to look that gross. I think they're gonna like nerf the ghoul grossness, which they already sort of did with Fallout 4. I don't know. The ghouls.
Yeah, they're not leaking goop everywhere like they were in Fallout 1 and 2. So yeah.
Yeah. Someone who does not look like a robot is. I think.
Yeah. That's going to be tied into the Institute alluded to / hinted at for sure.
Yeah. And oops, we nuked something again.
Comedy version?
This could go comedy or tragedy.
That could be two spaces. Oops, we nuked something in parentheses comedy and tragedy is two different spaces. Well, that's a pretty good bingo card. I think a lot of those are likely to occur.
I'm hoping for the Vault Boy.
Do we know how many episodes it is?
No, I don't think so. Although if we're going to go by zombies credits, at least 10.
Well, what do you... That's very funny. Working backward from zombies credit.
Yeah.
What is now? We didn't talk about what we want to see. Mm-hmm. You know, we made some called shots about what we think will be in it.
Yeah.
What do you want to see in a Fallout game?
You mean in the TV series? Because what I want to see in a Fallout game, well, nothing now.
Boats, planes. Literally just like 8 minutes of a trade show, you know, just spice it up a little bit for us. But yeah, in a Fallout television program,
right? In a television program about Fallout, I think I would I would want to see, and this is absolutely not going to happen, right? But I would like to see some of the like gritty materialist world building that the like earlier games did, and that like New Vegas does to some extent, where it's like, oh, here is like a physical location with this place, this place, this place, and this place, and here is how all these things interact. And I hope, in the best of all possible worlds, we would get like our little journey narrative, and we would get to like learn about all these pieces and how they lock together, much the way that you do in those games. But I'm not hopeful for that. But I would love to see some of that actually happen in like a television setting.
Well, I put this in. I didn't put it in my bingo card because one way or the other, hard to know. But I do want Jonathan Nolan to do his like Jonathan Nolan thing, which is like take an idea and then show it to us and then take it way too far, which like characterizes all of Jonathan Nolan, the plurality.
Yeah.
No, Jonathan Nolan's work, right? It's always just like, think about like Westworld, which I like fell off in the middle of the second season, right? But I have kind of kept up with it, and it just like keeps building idea on idea on idea, and I think that could be pretty cool to see the like the if then statement applied to Fallout. If people have been gone for so long, or they've been in the vaults for so long, and people have been living outside the vaults for so long, then what does that actually look like when they touch one another? And that's like pretty cool stuff in Westworld 1. But also this team does make me think your Tranquility Lane plot line is probably going to be the engine of that kind of inside or outside of culture stuff. The thing I really want, which I also didn't put on the bingo card because I don't think it will ever happen, is less likely to happen than even English robot or person who hates robots, is talking Deathclaw.
Oh, yeah.
I want the talking Deathclaw.
Oh, yeah. I wish they brought... Oh, that would be so good if they brought back the talking Deathclaws specifically in the TV series.
Right. Like, bring back those raccoon people that never got in the game.
Oh, my God. Oh, Jonathan, I know you listen to our shows. Jonathan, give us the raccoon people. We need the little forest friends. Guardians of the Galaxy is hot. Kids love the raccoon. What if we had like 24 of those?
That's right. Give me, and they've got spears and shit. Those images are wild.
Yeah.
I mean, they're basically the Ewoks. I mean, let's be real. But they're cool.
Oh, and this is interesting. So I was just looking through more stuff. The showrunners are a guy named Graham Wagner, and I don't know who that is, and his name isn't blue, so I can't click through. But the other one is Geneva Robertson Dworet.
If the name is blue, you must click through. If the name is black, heart attack. See? Easy to remember.
Yeah. She did a rewrite on the 2018 Tomb Raider reboot. So that's interesting. And she was also the co-writer for the Captain Marvel film. So, yeah. And she's got a lot of sort of genre credits here, right? She will write the I'm reading Wikipedia here. She will write the screenplay for David Ayer's Gotham City Sirens film as part of the DC Extended Universe. She is also writing the upcoming third Sherlock Holmes, the newest adaptation of the role-playing game Dungeons and Dragons. Huh.
Did she write that?
Yeah.
Did she write that?
Wait.
It seems like a Wikipedia page that was updated at most recently 5 years ago.
Yeah, no, I gotta double check that because I think this would be listed more prominently if she
had done that.
Yeah. Tomb Raider, the Gotham City Sirens. Let's check IMDb here.
Screenplay, Jonathan Goldstein, John Francis Daly, Michael Giglio.
Yeah.
So no.
Nope.
She did not. I mean, maybe did a pass on it at some point,
Yeah,
but did
probably.
not.
Yeah.
Did not do it. And also that David Ayer movie will not occur.
Yeah.
Statement.
And so she's done a lot of, she's been attached to some like other comic projects, some Star Trek projects. Interesting.
Yeah, seems cool. Seems like the right, you know what? Based on that previous work, seems like my 1990s needle drop is more likely than ever. We were supposed to talk about the end of the game here, but I don't think we have enough time left in the episode.
Oh, geez.
I think we'll have to do it in the next episode.
Yeah.
We'll have to talk about the end of the game in the next one.
All right. Well, maybe by then the Fallout TV series will have released, and we'll have some other thoughts on that we can talk about simultaneous with talking about the ending of the game.
Are we going to do one of those things in the show where, like, the night it comes out, we watch it and then record right afterward and then release?
Oh, yeah, sure. I think that's what I know our audience, and I know what our audience likes is that sort of thing. They love
the Too Much Future audience is extremely about up to the minute content for games that just came out. They're constantly chasing around the newest games. Well, I guess we'll be back in 2 weeks with the episode about the end of the game because, we just got too in-depth talking about the Fallout television show.
Yeah. We'll put up these bingo cards for your consultation, dear listeners, and we'll see.
Yeah. They were on screen while we talked.
Yeah.
Just FYI.
All right. Good. Great. We'll see if any of us gets a bingo in the future where war never changes, but Fallout sure will.